Good morning. It's week 9, the beginning of it. And so this week we're going to talk about using blogs and vlogs and podcasts and webinars as part of your business. And there's a variety of things that you can do with these. So I want you to look into it and see what could work with you. We've been doing a lot of blogging lately, and I hope that you all have been working on your writing to make it better so it's easier to write things and have them make sense to whoever's reading them, which is important because sometimes we think so faster than we're writing and things don't come across the way we want. And we might need to stop. And I always suggest people read something aloud because you'll hear things that you miss when you just read it with your eyes. You go, oh, wow, I skipped a word, or oh, I put that word in there twice, or you'll catch spelling errors. I have a habit of spelling. I know the word the has 3 letters, but I think I managed to spell it about 20 ways wrong all the time, which is impossible, but it sure seems like it. So let's check it out and go in here. Let me scooch this down and scooch this one over so it all fits in here. So again, what I want you to think about this week is using blogs. And vlogs are video, kind of like video blogs. So you're doing them um, on a video instead of just writing it. Podcasts, you're doing it live. Maybe you're having people come on that are related to the business that you're in, and you have talk to them and share all that information. There's a lot of podcasts out there. And then webinars, if you are have a business that you can train people in or teach them something, you might do a webinar, even if it's not something, the business is not something you typically think of as something where you can train someone, but there's something you can help people do better. You could offer them informational webinars that they can check into, and maybe if they're really good, you can charge money, but they might just be an information thing where you're talking and you can go step by step and show them how to do something better. So it saves their equipment that you've sold them, or makes whatever product that you did sell them work better. So those are some reasons to use them. Anyway, we've been doing a lot of blogging in class, obviously, and you're all writing better, which is great. And when you do post your blog, I encourage you to check out the real version, not the preview, because that's never accurate or rarely accurate. And then if you read it out loud, you find mistakes that you might not see if you're just reading it with your eyes. Because you read something out loud and you go, oh, wow, I put that word in there twice, or I could write this a little better. My dogs are excited about something down there. So that's a good thing to do. Again, vlogging, you're videotaping what you're talking about and sharing it online. That's great. So you can read this little blog that I've attached here, checking out, because it explains some good reasons for blogging. But again, there's a lot of reasons for using any of these different types of ways to reach out to your customers or potential customers or whatever. And it's ways, like it says, to attract visitors and get them to come back if they enjoy what you're reading, what you write, listening to what you write, because people like to drive around and listen to things. So you could have some informational vlogs or informational podcasts where you're talking about what you do in your business or share things. Like people keep suggesting we do a podcast about our brewery and how we do music, and we're talking about doing that, and I think it'll be a lot of fun because we have people come in there, they're a little cautious about playing because they've never done it in front of people before, and then we watch them grow over the years, so we like to talk about that. Anyway, one thing when you do a blog or vlog or a podcast or whatever, you to make it more interesting, you talk with a more personal tone. And that does not mean sharing your life story, but it means maybe sharing humor or just the words that you choose that make them seem more friendly, more sincere, something believable. So instead of very cold and analytical, you make it, people friendly. Like, think about car advertising. They just don't put a car there and go, oh, it gets this many miles per gallon, blah, blah, blah. Instead, you'll always see that car zooming out into the desert or something, doing crazy things, or zipping up a mountain road, or maybe it's a family sharing the same car over the years. So it becomes very personal, exciting, interesting. People say, oh, well, if you have a business like a funeral home or something like that, that you have to be very serious. But being serious and caring, that's another personal touch. A bank, when they want to loan you money and they want to get the interest, but they tell you the story about how they lent money to help start a small business, how they lent money so someone can buy a house. And it becomes a very personal thing. And people, relate to it. And it makes an understanding. So I want you to talk about using blogs, uh, podcasts or seminars or whatever. And then I want you to talk in your post about why you would add a personal touch and how you could do it and when is it good. I know sometimes you have to be really serious and analytical and things like that, so people, because it's a business that needs to be serious, but again, that is a way to build trust because you're being reacting in a human way so people understand it, and explain some of these things to them. And how can it work for your business? And how do other businesses use this technique? Reach into your head. Think about ads you've seen. Think about things you read on when you're looking through your feed on your, social media. What reaches out to you? It's the things that are compelling. So I want you to tell me about that.